Are you ready? Welcome to Hoy No Más Podcast with Angel Houseman.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Hoy No Más Podcast. Today we have a special guest. I'm excited to have Mr. Eduardo Viramontes. He's pretty much somebody that I can now consider a friend, and decided to have him over to the channel and just pretty much introduce himself to the channel and pretty much document a little bit of his journey. Pretty much the main reason why I wanted to start this channel is because I feel like everyone has a story to tell. And without further ado, Mr. Eduardo Viramontes.
What's up with it, man? Yeah, right here, man. I just pulled up to with Angel to do this podcast. You know, he's a cool guy.
If anything, for the people that may not know you, were you born and raised in here in San Diego?
Yeah, I was born here in San Diego. Yeah, and I was raised basically in my childhood. I was raised in Southeast San Diego.
Órale. And both of your parents born and raised here in San Diego?
No, my dad he was from San Luis Potosí, and my mom was from Guerrero.
Okay.
From Mexico.
Yeah, and both of them ended up moving over here to San Diego?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's my dad, immigrated here. Both of them immigrated here, you know.
Okay, cool. So the way I met you, I met you pretty much you being a photographer, videographer, but I want to take it back to pretty much from, I guess, your childhood or like your beginnings and how you got to being even interested in taking photography or videography. ¿Cómo comenzó todo ese jale, güey?
To be honest, okay, well, I was born here in San Diego, and I lived as a kid. I lived in TJ with my mom. You know, I used to pass back and forth. My dad used to live here, my mom in TJ, and he used to work here. You know, so I just basically traveled back and forth. Pero I came to San Diego when I was about, I would say like about 11, something like that, bro. 11, and I moved right there to Shelltown, right there, and I went to elementary in Baker Elementary, right there in Southeast San Diego.
Okay.
Pero to be honest with the camera, bro, like it was just random with me, you know. It was like a random decision that I took. Basically, I bought a camera. I seen the camera and I was interested, just to see the difference between the camera and my phone camera, you know. And basically, I bought it off of in a pawn shop, and then I was like, I'm gonna buy it, but I'm gonna try to make the money back. You know, I always been a hustler. I was like, well, not in that form, you know, but I was like, I'm gonna get the money back because I can, you know, because why not, you know? There's photographers out here. Why not? What can I be, you know?
No.
And I just jumped in, bro. I just posted on Facebook, hey, I'm a photographer. Anybody needs a photographer?
¿Y no tenés miedo, güey? Like, just to go fucking without having that experience or anything like that? Like, what if I mess up their pictures or none of this?
Nah, to be honest, no, bro. At the moment, it's because to me, photography always been kind of simple, bro. Like, you know, like that's how I seen it, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, now with like a professional camera, to me, I was like, how could I miss, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so I just, like I say, I posted on Facebook, and just some randomly my girl's friend hit me up, bro, and she needed some maternity pictures.
Órale.
Simón,
so the maternity pictures was one of your first shoots, or that was the very first shoot?
Yeah, that was the very first shoot. Besides like pictures with my girl and like my dog, you know. Like, then yeah, I was, and I didn't even know what I was doing, bro. Like I put the camera on auto, and they wanted some pictures at the beach, and the beach is dark, and it was at night, you know.
Damn.
So I was like, luckily I had bought like a little light, from Best Buy, little square light, and I didn't know, you know, I didn't know what to do with it. I just turned it on, I just put it to the side and just started taking pictures, bro.
Yeah, that's sick. Y ahorita, as of right now, ¿cuánto llevas ya I guess, shooting, like videography or photography, güey? ¿Cuánto sería?
Well, I got the camera in 2017, bro. So 2017.
Okay.
Like 5-6 years, I would say.
Okay. But just recently you pretty much quit your full-time job, right?
Yeah, actually did, bro. Uh, yeah, because I do painting, you know. I also,
Okay.
and that was a plan. Like that plan to quit, it was already like in the books, you know. Like I already had it written down. You know,
Yeah.
basically, I left. I used to work at Scripps. I
Okay.
left and to go learn how to paint.
Okay.
And then my goal was to start a company, a painting company, you know,
Okay.
because at the time it's because it makes money, you know. But
Simple.
after I started working, I realized that I like it, you know. So it's a cool thing to paint too, you know. So like, it's artistic, bro. Like you focus, you know, you focus all your energy into
Simple.
in your art, you know.
Yeah. Have you ever had like a crazy experience with a client or anything like that way?
Luckily, bro, to right now, no, bro. But like I would say, like when I barely started, because I went like fast, bro. Like I started, and then like people like started hitting me up, and I guess I got better, bro. Like
Yeah.
the support that I had around my niece, she used to help me. I used to go, and the first time that I got an actual client with a contract and all, it was for a wedding, bro. And I remember I was like, I told my niece, how much do we charge her and charge him, you know? And she
Yeah.
was like, how much do you think it is? It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
And I think I told her like $80 or something like that, bro.
Yeah.
And she charged him like $800, bro.
Ay,
So I was
way.
like, and I mean,
Damn.
and then I was like, we're not gonna get it, you know. And we went to go meet up with them. We gave them the contract and we told them this is how much it's gonna be, and then
Yeah.
they were just like, okay, cool. They give us the money up front, bro. Give us the
Damn.
money, and then I was like, what the hell? And so I used to take my niece, and she used to pose them, bro. Like I didn't know nothing about that, you know.
Yeah.
So she used to go and pose them. I just take the pictures, bro.
Damn.
And I guess my portfolio started getting better like that, you know.
So that was $800 up front. Way.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And now like I said, like I wasn't expecting the most. I would say like 200-300. I was thinking.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Exactly.
And it was something really simple, bro. Like just pictures in downtown,
Yeah.
and then move around there, you know.
Yeah. Wow. What do you say? Porque I've always struggled till this day with this day. I've always struggled. Cuánto cobrar for like artwork or things like
Yeah.
that because well, I do artwork, but I don't really like doing it for people because it's just like my hobby, my passion. And when I feel like when I feel like I have to do artwork for somebody, I feel like it's more of a job, and I'm like, maybe it's something that I don't even want to do personally.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, man, you know what? But I'm missing out on some money here and there. And one of my biggest struggles is that way. I don't know how much to charge the people because it's gonna take me at times like a good 6-8 hours out of
Yeah.
my time. But then I'm like, well, if my current job I make this amount of money, how am I going to lowball my own personal time
Yeah.
and not charge them at least what I make at my current job? Way?
Yeah.
So do you ever struggle with prices? Way?
Well, low key, bro. Like I've been adding like $20 to my thing, like
Yeah.
and seeing what people say, bro. And like nobody has ever told me like, oh, that's
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
You know, like they just okay, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So I never really had a problem with like charging.
Yeah.
Pero let me see. If anything, if I was you, I would try to do something like that, bro. Like see, like the hours where you work at, the hours. I mean, how much you get paid at work, you know,
Simple.
and try to add it like that, bro.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
art is different, you know.
Yeah.
You basically could put any price on your art, bro.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You know what? Something that I think I've had that experience también de que, haz de cuenta, I used to like lowball myself. Let's say a portrait. This was back in the days because now I really don't really take on any work. But antes, let's say for a portrait, $100. But then
Yeah.
I would spend like freaking my whole day doing the portrait.
Yeah.
And then I would have a lot of people hitting me up like, hey, can you do this portrait for me? Like I was just taking it on work and I was busy. But then at the same time, not too long ago, I heard this quote or this kind of like advice that, hey, if you're pretty much charging like lowballing yourself and you're at super busy, yeah, you're gonna have a lot of clients, whatever. You're gonna be constantly busy, but it's just you're too como te diré, I guess you're too available for everyone.
Yeah.
Comparación que, let's say, if you were charging $100, now if you charge, let's say, double that, 300, 200, 300, lo que sea, maybe you're gonna lose out on those all that other extra clientele, but at the same time, now you're gonna have more extra time and really dedicate that extra time to the people that actually want your artwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's something that I've kind of like similar to you. At times I've told people, hey, you know what? If you want this piece of artwork, it's going to be this much. Kind of like similar to like the $800 that you weren't expecting. I've said like $500, and they're like, okay, well let me send you this much, and they don't hesitate.
Yeah.
And the people that are not going to hesitate is because they really want your work. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Course.
But it's something till this day where I still struggle, and at times right now more than anything I just want to take my artwork I guess for content creating more than anything.
Órale.
Yeah. Y so you said you made $800 for that case. What has been like the most highest paid event that you did with?
One time, bro, I charged, I think it was like $2,000, two or $3,000, yeah. One time, pero it was and to be honest, I thought it was like it was too much work, you know, for what I was doing, because it was a full-on wedding, bro. So no, but I have charged better, but for like fast money, how I feel that it was like se me hizo like $2,000 por que fueron 5 horas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was
so why indicted? By the way, if you see ourselves scratching, es que hay un chingo de mosquitos. ¿Si sientes o no?
Levesón,
so you said so for that event 2,000. So what made that event any different from the $800 one?
The $800 one, to me, it was like amazing, bro, because that one took me like at the time, you know, it took me was it like 2.5 hours?
Simón.
And to me, like, I had never made money that fast, you know, like sometimes like when you work, or for me, like you get paid a little bit, you know, by the hour.
Yeah, exactly.
And to do that fast, that money that fast, you know, that was crazy, bro.
So the $2,000 one, por qué tanto for wedding? I mean, for me, in comparison, not that I'm like lowballing your work, because your work is good, but what made it different, like from charging $800? Because if you already topped off at $800 last time, or that one first event, and now, hey, 2,000. What made you go from 800 to 2,000, or cómo salió ese jale?
Well, one, the client had like a list of what they needed done, you know, so they were more organized.
Okay.
And there was a totally different client, bro. Like,
okay,
they had a different, like, I asked them straight up, what is your budget? And they told me it was, you know, around that. You know?
Ahí se chingada.
Yeah. So when they told me their budget, I basically well, I added more things to what I do too, you know, like I want to go rent out a better lens, a couple better lenses.
Nice.
Probably a couple strobes, you know, to take pictures, you know, at the time I didn't have mine, but.
Yeah. So for the people that are interested, because obviously somewhere in the title, I'm going to put something that it's like photography or videography in the title of the YouTube video or the podcast. As of right now, maybe you started with a Canon or whatever, but right now people that see your content, what camera are you currently using, and any special lenses that you that are your like go-to lenses that you use on pretty much like on a daily basis, I guess? Para la gente que mira tu content, like, fuck, I wonder what type of camera que usa este camarada.
Well, right now I have a Canon EOS R, which is a mirrorless Canon camera, bro. It's like it's pretty cool, and the lens that I use the most is a 24-70 2.8.
Okay.
That, and to be honest, it's just because it's a good lens, you know, like you can shoot anything from close up to far, you know, like wide angle, and it's my to-go lens, you know. But before that, I used to use I started with like a 50 millimeter lens, which is pretty cool because it makes like It makes a big difference when you take a picture. It like blurs the back.
That's what I like. When the background is blurry, that you can kind of see what's behind the person.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the focus is the person. You know. I think that's badass.
I used to use that, but then later on, I started like I wanted to add more. You know, like to the picture. You know,
to more.
My pictures. I try to add like the things in the background that. It shows what the person's like, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Mostly when I do portraits, I try to take the person to where they feel most at home.
Yeah.
So they show their real selves, you know. But usually it's just like random spots. They just tell me like, but
yeah, I think you once said at least here in San Diego, dijiste, hey, I don't shoot in Seaport Village, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, ¿por qué? Why
right
is that
there.
way?
Then you need a permit right there because I think
really?
it's like it's like private property. I don't know. They have securities just walking around. If they see you,
what the hell?
They see you, they stop you. More when you have like lights and shit, you know.
Wow, that's crazy. No sabía. Because I think by the way, for the people that. So I started getting to know pretty much Eduardo because of photography. He's pretty much hooked me up with pictures for different types of like little projects, and I think that was one of the things. He's the Super Village, no? Like, I think that was one of the spots that I was thinking about, and then you mentioned that. I'm like, I wonder why. Órale, no sabía.
But you can if you're like if you only have like a camera.
Yeah.
And like if you just like nothing too planned, you know. I wouldn't. I would do that with like a model that wasn't paying me, or something like that, you know. But when somebody's paying you, you don't want the security to come up and be like, "Hey, you guys can't shoot here."
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Kind of like if you already have like a client already booked up, you don't want to be running into those type of issues.
Hey.
Órale. Yeah.
Pero te digo, I had the 50 millimeter. That's a really good lens for beginners, but. After that, I had a 85 millimeter 1.8. That one's pretty dope too.
Okay.
It's like far length, and then it blurs the background really nice, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Hell
but
yeah.
Right now, 24-70.
Okay.
I just like that it shows more, you know, and I could also make it blurry, but I prefer to have like
like
things around, you know.
Oh yeah, para que se mire like pretty much the environment and all that, right? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I always run into that issue that when I'm like scrolling through social media, I see some badass pictures, and I see that I'm like, man, what type of lens? Because I know the lens pretty much makes it a lot of the times, you know.
Yeah.
But at least for the people that are interested into photography, videography, at least they know that you're through your content. That's pretty much the the equipment you're currently using, you know.
Yeah.
And just recently, do you still have your studio, or no?
No, to be honest, bro. Well, yeah, some things happened with there. We were renting it out with a couple more photographers, bro.
Yeah.
That we really didn't know, so we basically met for that.
Okay.
And things didn't go as planned, bro. You know?
Yeah.
We didn't have the freedom to do a lot of stuff that we wanted to, you know. So, the lease ended, and we were like,
okay, yeah,
we're gonna get another spot though.
Okay, where's the new spot? Where's the location that you guys are currently looking at?
My nephew, bro, he hit me up about a spot in Santee.
Órale.
In Santee, it's like a little warehouse, and we've been wanting one of those, you know.
Oh shit.
Pero right now, I don't know. He told me he was gonna go check it out, and I haven't heard from him, you know. But
that'd be dope, man. Like I really want to go check out your guys' spot whenever you guys open it. I wanted to check this one out.
Yeah.
It's just like. Just having a creative studio to be working out of, that's freaking badass. So yeah, that's I think the very first time. Do you remember when we first met? The very first time in person, right?
Yeah.
¿Cuándo fue ese jale?
I believe the first time I pulled up with Kalioso, bro.
Simón.
And with I don't remember her name, bro.
Miriam? What's it, Miriam?
It's a Miriam. I don't even. She sings.
Oh yeah. That was Victoria. Simón. Yeah. Simón. You guys actually hooked me up right there. We just did like a little collab, and I knew Kalioso from back in the days, very little, pero we were like trying to collab, just create more content. I hadn't met you there, pero me caíste bien, and I think in the past you've mentioned a lot of. Kalioso, why do you feel like I've heard from a lot of people they meant till this day they mention Kalioso, but for you, why was Kalioso like special to you?
Well, it's crazy, bro. When I one day I was filming a commercial for a car spot, like a tint and alarm, and you know those spots that they put systems in your car.
Simón.
I was right there. I was recording, and some random girl just pulled up to me. She was like, "Hey, what's up? How do you?" I was like, "Oh, what's good?" She was like, "You have Instagram?" I was like, "Yeah." And then I started talking to her. You know, she wanted to take some pictures, and she started telling me, "Oh, do you know?" First she said, "I think it was Kalioso and Adrian," and I was like, I think I heard of him, but nah. And then she was like, "Who else?" Oh, Romo, one of my friends. And so she told me, "Oh, you know Romo?" So she told me, "Oh, do you know first Kalioso, then Adrian, then Romo?" And I was like, "Oh, I know Romo. I don't know Kalioso." I was like, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, they're dope. They're from here, right here from San Diego, woo, you know." So I was like, "Oh, cool. I didn't really know nothing about them, you know." So I went on Instagram and I seen his work, and he actually had a picture of Adrian, and it was really it caught my attention, you know.
Yeah.
It was kind of creative, bro. And at the time I was doing like dark pictures, you know, like dark with like out of artificial light that I put, you know.
Yeah.
So I started following him, bro. And one day I used to talk back and forth. "Oh, your work is dope, you know, woody woo." And he was like, "Oh, you're cool. You're dope. Your work is dope too, you know."
Yeah, it's badass.
And then we started talking back and forth. And then one day we randomly, I think he was in my neighborhood, like down the street, bro. He was taking pictures, and I seen him, and I was like, "Hey, you in my block, you know? Like, what you doing on my block, bro?" And he was like, "Pull up."
Yeah.
And I pulled up, and then we basically started shooting, bro. We started shooting together, you know, doing like creative stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is all my life, bro. Since I was a little kid, my uncle put a nickname on me, and it was Cali, like Californiano and shit, you know. Because I used to go to Mexico, and they used to ask me, "Where you from?" And I was like, "California," like everybody, you know.
Yeah.
And so they used to, in my family, they call me Cali, you know. So I told him, and we basically linked up, bro. Started kicking it more often. We used to kick it every day, you know, for a long time, you know. And just create stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Just random stuff. And he was a really good person, bro. You know, he was a true friend. Like, you could tell sometimes when people are real, you know, or when they're fake it, you know, like you could tell the friendship, you know. And with him, it was really he was really real, bro. You know, real person.
Yeah. Do you mind pressing recorder? So, ahorita something that you mentioned with like you actually started following him. You pretty much gave him props for the work that he does. I feel like a lot of times, a lot of people won't be that humble with to be like, "Oh shit, their work is dope. I'm gonna give him props." You know, a lot of people be like, "Fuck this fool," or whatever it is. You know,
there's a lot of people like that.
Yeah, instead of like empowering one another, they'll send hate. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty surprised you actually went out there and reached out. I try to give as much props as possible to people because I know the struggle. It's not easy. It's not easy. So ahorita que dijiste eso de que you actually hit him up and gave him like props y todo, that's cool. That speaks highly of you. You know, you're pretty much a humble person. And pretty much from that point on, you and Kalioso pretty much just started kind of like working together on different projects. Yes.
Yeah. Most of the time, like, we would hit each other up for like things that we needed. I'd be like, "Hey, can I borrow your light?" And sometimes he didn't have a camera for like 6 months, bro. He used to use my camera, you know, like.
Oh, really?
He used to pull up, yeah.
Damn.
So we used to show love for each other. In a way, I felt like we were the same. We were the same way, you know, because he was really humble. I'm really humble, Mexican, fucking Cali, like a lot of things, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of things clicked up, bro. But he was just, like I said, like, he was like one of those persons that you give love and they're just like right back, you know, like.
Damn.
So that's really
cool.
Impacted me, you know. Like, Kalioso was in the short time that I knew him, bro, because I only knew him for like 4 or 5 years, bro.
Orale.
And that short time, he really changed my life, bro. Like, he made my photography is kind of like his, you know. Like,
similar style, Simon. Yeah, I feel like, you know what? I feel like kind of when I would look, when I still look to his social media and I look at your work, it's very similar.
Yeah.
And I guess you can tell because you guys work together a lot. So I guess you guys rub off from each other's creativity.
Yeah, we created some, like, you know, he used to shoot like me, I used to shoot like him, and he was a cool guy, bro.
Yeah. You know what sucks, and I think it's just I don't think this is ever gonna change, way, pero when he passed away, a lot of people started kind of sharing like he had passed away, lo que sea, like saying a lot of good words about him, lo que sea. I think even like a San Diego page, Instagram page, it's pretty, like, I think they have quite a few followers, lo que sea. They even shared him he had passed away. Like, man, what's up with everybody showing this much love after he passed away? I hate that way. Like, no mames. I hate that way. Porque why wait? And it happens all the time, but it just sucks that it takes for one person to pass away for everybody to give them their flowers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, damn, like, did you feel that it was that way, or do you feel like he was getting love like all over the place? Or
to be honest with you, Kalioso, he a lot of people liked him, bro, and they always showed it, you know, like he was a little bit different, you know, like mostly like everybody else. Like, I'm pretty sure if I died tomorrow or something, like everybody's gonna share my stuff, you know. Pero con él, like, they used to do it. I feel with him, they used to do it before, you know.
Oh, okay.
And then one time, it was his birthday, bro.
Yeah.
And I remember I was chilling with him. He was like, hey, he's like, cause he didn't have a camera, bro. He was using my camera, you know. So he told me, hey, do you think I should start like a fucking GoFundMe to see if people send money for like, or I think it was GoFundMe. Oh no, it wasn't even GoFundMe, bro. He was just like, I'm just gonna post my like my Cash App, you know, and like tell people if they wanna donate to get a camera, you know.
Damn.
And he was like, you think I should do it? And I was like, hell yeah, fool, do it, fool. Like, you gotta get a camera, you know, you can't be using my camera all the time. And he was like, he's like, oh, I'm kind of shy, fool. Like, I was like, fool, just do it. Like, what is gonna happen? You know, people send you $300-$400, you know, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Might as well buy like a light or something and a lens or something. And he did it. He posted on his birthday, oh, Woody Woo, I need a new camera. If you guys can, and fool, they sent this fool like, I remember, I think it was like $5,000, bro. Like, different people, 100, 300, some people 1,000. Like,
oh shit!
So I remember I was with him, like, rolling around, you know, like, we just used to do because he used to hit me up randomly, bro, just to roll around. Yeah. And we were rolling around, and he's like, fool, like, my phone, like, you know, I mean, my shit is like, my account is going up, bro, like. I can't believe it, you know.
Wow.
Like, and at first it was like 1,000, and he was tripping already. Like, oh, what the, you know, because he put like 5,000, or he wanted to get a dope camera, you know. And people started sending them. It got to 2,000 and 3,000. I was like, what the hell for?
Damn.
You know? And he told me he went to his mom and he told her, hey, mom, I did this and this happened, you know. Yeah. And his mom was like, oh, well, people are showing you that they love you, you know. Oh, that's. They told him they're showing you. He told me that his mom told them they're showing you that they love you before you die, you know. Wow. That's something rare, you know. Like, totally. Because that doesn't happen. I'm pretty sure if I put that, it'd be like $40, bro. My nephew and
you'll be surprised. Way for the very little time that I know you with this, I can see how real you are. Where you're humble, you're very hardworking. With for me, I appreciate you a lot. Way. So that's crazy. With la neta, I didn't know that story that happened. I'm pretty sure. I mean, maybe a lot of people that actually donated lo que sea, or maybe they know, but I feel like not everybody's gonna know that story. That's insane.
Yeah, like I say, he got enough money to buy his dream camera, bro, basically, and then like a dope ass lens, the 24-70. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all the photographers want or use, you know.
Oh man, that's badass. So obviously you guys had like a very close relationship. You guys were always pretty much, I guess, either hanging out or creating content together. What would you say was like the biggest advice que te dio Kalioso?
That was easy, bro, but just to do it, bro. Like, I used to tell him, with him, he always used to, ¿cómo se dice? He used to have my back, bro. And I don't feel like just me, you know. Like all his friends, you know. He used to have their back and like hype it up, you know. Like you'll tell him, "Oh, I have this little idea. What do you think? Oh, let's do it. Or you know, I got you. Whatever you fail, I got you for like,
Damn.
you know." So he used to hype you up, you know.
Yeah.
So I think his best advice would be like, just do it, bro.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
do it now, you know. Like,
Yeah.
cause that's how I feel. He was always rushing, bro. Like he wanted to do stuff, you know. Now let's get it.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like you're pretty much the same way.
Yeah.
Actually, I hit you up yesterday about doing this podcast, and I
Yeah.
think we had talked about it. But I'm like, if you put it off, it's just gonna be till next time, tomorrow, whatever
Yeah.
the case is. They hey, ¿qué onda? You're down to do it, and se hizo from one
Yeah.
day to another. So I very much appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping by, y todo. So I feel like you're pretty much. If he gave you that advice, I feel like you're for sure taking
Oh yeah,
taking that
definitely,
advice,
bro.
Oh.
Even with like the recent stuff that I do,
Yeah.
like I just feel like because I miss him, you know. So
Yeah.
I feel like, what if I was to text this fool right now, but I already know the answer. Like let's
Oh,
just do it, fool.
Yeah.
And like right now, you know, because well, we used to talk a lot, bro. You know, so death is always common with me, you know. Like I know, I face it, you know. I know that if death is coming, you know,
Yeah.
shortly or whatever,
Yeah.
far from now.
Yeah.
It could be today, tomorrow, you know.
Yeah.
So you gotta do stuff now.
Yeah.
And that's why we used to talk like that, you know, the same way.
Yeah.
I used to tell him one of the last conversations that we had. He was telling me to push it, bro. Like, you know, I mean, to get it, you know,
Like to take yourself to another level.
Timon, like, yeah, mostly because I was working at a hospital, bro, and he was telling me to quit, you know, like quit and like we'll figure it out for you know.
Yeah.
Because one time he had a job and then he didn't like it. It was too far. And I told him too, because he used to have my back like that. So I was like, I'm working right now for like I got a little bit of money, quit. And if the same thing, bro. If you need help, you know, like it's definitely he used to, you know, sometimes my account would go like $20 negative, and I hit him up and be like, hey, send me like $300, just bullshit, you know.
Yeah.
And he'll send them to me for like here for you know, like. And then I'd send them back, and then later on he'll be like, "Hey, my account is negative for like just like that, like."
Wait, that's incredible. You know,
Yeah.
you know, sabía eso, güey. That's like a freaking brotherhood, güey.
Yeah, to be honest, in the little bit of time, and I don't know what it was about him, bro. Like he used to tell you, "Hey, I love you," fool, like just random, you know, like random as fuck, and you feel the same thing, you know, like it's not like awkward, it's not like. I don't know, you know, like, yeah, I love you too, fool. Like, I feel it.
Damn, that's crazy, güey.
I remember, también, pues, we hype each other up, you know. So, one of the last things we were talking about when it was like, let's say, pues, I randomly used to hit this fool up and be like, hey, I appreciate you as a friend, fool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're a real homie. And to me, you're like a brother, and he'll be the same thing for your family.
Damn.
Like, you don't have to tell me, you know, like, I see you, and that little bit of time, you know.
Damn, that shit got me teary-eyed. Wait, no, mames, because
cool.
I feel like nowadays it's very few the people that you can actually reach out to and I guess have that love towards, because nowadays everybody's so like worried about their own thing, or people don't really care with us. Everybody's just doing their lane or just kind of being out and about, living their best life, or lo que sea, güey. That's crazy to hear that there's still people. I mean, you're still here, and obviously to hear that people are still like that way, it's refreshing to hear, way.
Yeah, he was a real friend, bro.
Damn, that's crazy, way. Damn,
his death really impacted me bad. For like, como te digo, I would just getting my stuff together, bro, to quit my job, you know, because me and the homie were like, let's get it, like let's get a studio, let's do whatever we have to do, you know, like we could do it, you know, regardless.
Damn.
There's always so when he passed away, I was like, you know, like basically my backbone, bro, you know.
Yeah.
My dog and shit, you know.
Damn.
And that effect that I had, he had a lot of people like that. I don't know. One of the things I wanted to learn from him is how to spend time with everybody, bro, because he was always with everybody, bro. Like, he'll be with his family, with his homies, you know, like with everybody. He made time for everybody. I don't know how he did it, bro.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's hard for me, you know.
Yeah, and you know what? It's crazy that you say that, porque I mean, I can take myself as an example. At times I'm just like, work, come home, try to do some artwork. I guess kind of being on the grind, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at times I tell my girl, like, hey, sabes que, let's make some time to, like, let's take some food over to your parents' house, or vamos pa acá. Like, I catch myself like, hey, you have to make time for other people, porque el tiempo pasa de volada, and honestly, tomorrow's never guaranteed, la neta. Yeah, you're right. A lot of people, at least I for sure take that into consideration a lot. Like, you're so much focused on your life, or you're kind of like your routine, that you forget that, hey, sabes que el tiempo pasa rápido, y you never know what can happen. Life is very fragile.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah, life is very, very fragile. Just in at least I'm 34 right now. How old are you right now?
29.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I feel like, I don't know how you've experienced it, pero I feel like at this age, I've heard so many people that I knew from school, que esta persona falleció, this other person passed away, and it's just like, I remember back in the days, it used to be like in high school, lo que sea era, or middle school, I guess. Que este fin de semana quinceañera, or this party and all of that. So that was a little stage. As you get older, this person's getting married or whatever. Oh, did you hear that these people got engaged or whatnot? And now being 30 and up, it's like, hey, did you hear that this person passed away? It's just like, damn, like, they're my age, you know, like, I still feel like I'm very young.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, even though you might not be I guess, like, living your life healthy, or lo que sea, like, anything can happen at any moment, you know, and I don't take it for granted. I think for me, one of the biggest things, we believe it or not, for me is I think about Teddy. I think about Teddy because at times it's like, imagine if I were to, like, knock on wood, right? But imagine if at one point, like, I take off and I never come back, Teddy, he's never gonna know it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, the hell, where's my dad? So I can only imagine with people that have kids and all that. They man, how tough that can be for somebody just to lose someone, just, I guess, out of the blue. You know, I guess it's more. I guess it's easier when the person is sick and you can kind of foresee that, oh man, he's getting worse poco a poco, you know. But when it's kind of like a random death, it's super, super hard.
Oh yeah, definitely, bro. And like I say, a lot of people don't expect, not that they don't expect it, bro, but like they don't accept death. You know what I mean? Like the thing with that is like, it's like you're trying to play yourself, you know, like it's coming, you know. It's like time is shortened every day, you know. Every breath you take is one less, you know.
I see you post a lot here and there, because I watch a lot of your stories. I see you post like things como Azteca or Maya, sort of like that type of culture. I'm very proud of that culture, and like ancient civilizations y todo ese jale. Have you ever heard of ayahuasca,
Yeah.
Have you've never done ayahuasca, right?
Nah.
Would you ever consider it?
Yeah, bro. I have been thinking about it, but also mushrooms, bro. They're pretty cool too. Like I tried mushrooms recently, you know, like not ayahuasca, but mushrooms is one thing I tried.
I heard mushrooms is very I guess it's very beneficial for the person, for people, lo que sea. I haven't really like did too much research, but for ayahuasca I've done like three ceremonies.
Damn.
Mind blowing. I don't know if you've heard of any of the stories that I've told in the past. I've recorded one video where I kind of explained my experience with ayahuasca, but mind blowing. If I always tell my girl that if I thought my story was mind blowing, la experiencia de mi girlfriend, de Chelo, beyond. She was even able to communicate with my dad through ayahuasca. My dad passed away like 2-3 years ago, passed away. She was able to communicate with my dad. She was able to communicate with her grandpa. y le dieron a lot of answers that for the future, for the past, the experiences que ha vivido con su familia, about her and our future, things like that is just insane. I don't know, like one of the most crazy things que ella me dijo is, well, I'm not gonna go into detail, but I guess there was some other ayahuasca. They say it has that entity, a grandma, like el espíritu de una grandma, right? Que es like Mother Nature, lo que sea. And I guess Chelo, my girl, was talking to this to Mother Ayahuasca, but Mother Ayahuasca tenía like como un ayudante, kind of like un little creature, kind of weird looking. Like Chelo was actually able to communicate with them. I guess le preguntaba, hey, pues, ¿cuándo va a pasar esto? O lo que sea. And Mother Ayahuasca and this little creature, they would kind of go back and forth. Should we tell her? Should we not? Okay, let's tell her. Y que tenía como un libro. And they would go through the book. Okay, it's going to happen at this date. Y como que le decían, like, all the answers, everything there is just, like, mind-blowing. It really got me thinking that if life is really, like, already predestined way.
Yeah.
But if you have the chance to do ayahuasca, I feel like, at least I've never told people to like encourage it if I feel like it wouldn't be beneficial to them, but I feel like if somebody has a calling for it, at least I feel like they should try it at least once in their lifetime. My suegra is gonna try it. Yeah, my suegra is gonna try it after she heard my story, Chelo's story. Just recently, I just made her appointment to go with a shaman and actually do it.
What? That's tight. So that's the same thing happened with me with mushrooms. I feel like telling everybody about it.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
I feel like it's something that has to be.
Yeah.
It's a good experience, you know.
What out of the mushrooms like got you into wanting to tell everyone?
To be honest, to me it was just like the out of body experience, bro. Like out of body, and then like I don't know, you feel connected with nature, bro. You know, somehow, like I didn't really eat that much, and like in order to trip out, because one of my friends has done, you know, like the one that gave it to me, he has more experience with mushrooms, you know.
Yeah.
And he has gone on some crazy trips, but just with the little bit that I ate, like it changed my mood, you know. Like it's dope, bro. Like it's hard to explain. You just have to try it, you know.
Yeah. I think
it's necessary.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing with like I don't want like I think for whoever is interested in like my own personal experience, I do have a video that I go on to explain my full on ayahuasca experience, for at least for the first ceremony. That experience within itself was very it was incredible. So that one, if you guys gonna watch that, I'll link it down below, or I'll link it down below or not. But
like the video's right here.
Yeah, but honestly, I have never felt never felt so much love in my life till that experience of ayahuasca. I feel so much love that I just started bawling. I started bawling, crying, just crying, just like. I don't know, like I remember saying to myself when I first felt the effects of ayahuasca that I'm home, like I'm home, like and I've never felt that feeling here, I guess, in the physical realm. But when I did ayahuasca, I was like, wow, like this is where I belong. And it just gets you thinking to like what really is reality, you know. Yeah, porque aquí estamos temporalmente, but what really matters is it's your spirit, you know, because your spirit lives on. You know? So, let me know whenever you're ready to try out ayahuasca, and I'll take you to the shaman. Yeah,
that's tight. Is it here?
Yeah, in Santee.
Nah.
Yeah, Santee.
It's close, huh?
Yeah, Santee.
I might have to take that into consideration.
Yeah, and honestly, he's super booked right now. I just reached out to him, como te digo, for my suegra, and he had an opening de volada, because he I guess he goes to Peru and practices I guess ayahuasca and all those ceremonies, and he brings the knowledge over here. But he just came back from Peru, and I guess he had that opening, but now he's like, hey, I don't have an opening till September. So if you're ever interested, or if you're like, you know what, I think by this date I'll be ready, let me know, porque he's pretty booked. Yeah,
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I think a lot more people are getting open to the idea of like I guess psychedelics and other possibilities.
I didn't know that they were here, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought like the closest Mexico somewhere,
Yeah. So,
and what is he like? Razo, who was?
Yeah, he's Mexican. Yeah, he's Mexican. Yeah, and you would be surprised, like the times that I've gone to, like the ceremonies, you see all sorts of different people there.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, what the hell? This person's here. Like unos like güeros, You'll see like other like raza. You'll see like people that you would never expect them to like be doing ayahuasca, and it's just like, wow, it's kind of like eye opening, and it's cool to see that a lot of more people are waking up, And there's a lot of the media and all that way they put out so much negativity out there that I feel like it gives me happiness way that people are actually trying to find themselves, Yeah. So
that's crazy.
So
what is it, like a tea? How do they give you that?
Yeah, it's a tea, ¿no? Es un té. Es un té que you mix two different, like, I guess, plants. Yo no los sé hacer, pero he mixes two plants, lo que sea, and viene siendo como si fuera, si estuvieras tomando como lodo, almost. Yeah, it's like a very thick consistency, the tea. Y te lo tomas. Every time that I've had to take it, other people con one shot de ayahuasca, that's enough. For me, I've had to take two. But yeah, it's a tea, and it'll hit you like within an hour or so. Or other people, do you mind hitting it? Other people within like within minutes, les pega. It just depends. You're supposed to cleanse yourself for like 2 weeks. You're supposed to like not eat meat, drink a lot of water, like cleanse yourself. Similar to the idea. Have you ever heard of, I don't want to kind of lose my sight, but kind of want to give a resemblance. Have you ever heard of when people fast, right?
Yeah, of course.
When they're fasting, do you know why it becomes more powerful when people are fasting and they do like a prayer? Porque hay veces que mucha gente cuando está rezando o lo que sea, and they want like a miracle to happen. Mucha gente, hey, well, let's all fast and say a prayer together. Do you know why that's more powerful?
Nah.
No. So when one of my coworkers actually told me that, and it made sense, el Teddy. Sorry, Teddy's aquí enfadando al guest. So, ¿te quieres meter? Sí. So the reason why it becomes extra like powerful is because when you're fasting, como que te estás no estás comiendo. So what you're doing is you're killing the flesh, You're killing the flesh. You're not eating. Y lo que queda.
Eats itself.
Yeah. Since you're not eating, you're kind of killing the body, right? And what's left is just the spirit. So when you're pretty much getting rid of the physical aspect of your person, and what's left behind, it's the spirit. So when you're praying, you have a higher connection with the Creator, with God. That's why it's more powerful. So similar to ayahuasca, like you want to stop eating meat, you want to stop like being on your phone as much. You want to like cleanse yourself. Why? Because that way the effect of like ayahuasca or psychedelics, DMT, it's more powerful and more I guess it's you get connected easier, and as a matter of fact, a lot of people that do ayahuasca, after they do ayahuasca, they become vegetarian or vegan.
What the
why? Because I've heard this from an experience that somebody had, that que pretty much when they did ayahuasca, they told them, hey, sabes que, if you want to change your life, o le dijeron, I guess these entities le dijeron, hey, sabes que, you smell bad, and do you know why you smell bad? Is because you're eating death. If you want to, because you're eating death, you're eating animals that were tortured when they were killed to pretty much become food for you. So te estás comiendo toda esa energía que este animal sufrió. So when you're consuming all this energy, it's all evil. Like it's all like negative, you know.
Yeah.
All the trauma that the animal suffered, you're intaking it. But if you want to change your life in a more positive and prosperous way, you have to eat life. And what's life? Que plantas, because that's all like plants, vegetables, fruits, todo lo que viene del mundo, pues, from earth. Yeah, and so a lot of people end up changing their lifestyle to being a vegan and vegetarian way. So,
damn, that's crazy. How long does this trip last, bro?
It's about 4 to 6 hours away. At times I've heard even more, but at least through my experiences that I've seen people and I've taken people, it's about like 5-6 hours, 4 to 6 hours. But time doesn't even exist when you're there. Like, you don't feel it. Yeah, you don't even realize it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Damn, we're already 50 minutes in.
Yeah.
Kind of too. Well, anyways, if you're ever interested,
yeah,
into doing ayahuasca, just let me know.
Just press this link right now.
Yeah. So, well, to kind of backtrack it and going back to your own personal life and goals, I know you're currently doing the painting, your photography, videography. What's next for you?
To be honest, bro, right now I'll try to like play it smooth, you know, be like, oh, I have everything together. But to be honest, it's kind of like right now it's like very confusing. Not what I want to do, but like how to get to what I want to do, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like finding ways, you know, basically finding ways, bro. And but my ultimate goals were just to be stable, you know, in both of my businesses, bro, because I really like I like both of the things that I do, you know. I like doing photography a lot, and I like painting, you know. So right now I just gotta find ways, basically make everything as legal as I can, you know, and as professional as I can.
Yeah. And
find a way to mix it, because to be honest, like I think I have time for both of the things, you know.
Yeah.
And like if I own both businesses, then I could take time from both, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty much continue with both of the businesses and continue growing it and all that.
Simon, yeah.
Orale.
Yeah, the ultimate goal would just be to probably find a way to grow enough to where somebody can manage my painting side, and like I can focus more on photography.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But it's.
Orale.
Or I could find somebody to manage my photography, and like, you know, both ways.
Oh yeah. So pretty much just entrepreneurship,
yeah. Yeah. Basically, I just want to stay doing what I love, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
At any way that it comes, any struggles that come, bro, with it, you know, like I'm ready for it, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's I'm a strong believer to that way that you have to listen to your heart. Obviously, that your heart is calling you to do that, you know. And I feel like when you follow your heart, I mean, I'm still in the grind that I'm not to where I want to be, because my biggest goal would be like when I'm doing pretty much like what I love, I would feel like I'm successful already. But I'm just I'm still working a full-time job, lo que sea. But I think for myself as well, like I listen to my heart. That's why I continue putting out content. I continue doing artwork. So that's cool. If you had I know you pretty much got that advice from Kalioso, like, hey, just go for it, do it. Like I said, just say, I guess don't doubt yourself. What would be like if you could go back to younger Eduardo? What would be the advice you would give him, or somebody else that's starting off, maybe with their own personal goals or whatnot? What would you say?
To be honest, I live by this the same thing, you know, bro.
Yeah.
You have to do it, you know, and like you say, you have to listen to your heart.
Yeah.
And you also got to keep in mind that time, like I say, time is passing, bro. Like you don't know, you know. You could die tomorrow, like I say, or you could die today doing the best you ever the best you know, the best whatever you were trying to do that day.
Yeah.
With your full heart, you know.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing to do, bro. Like I will say that happiness is doing what you like to do, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, well, money comes with it, you know. Money's always there.
Yeah.
I don't think people should focus on the money aspect of when they're trying to do something they love, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You just gotta follow your heart, bro. If you could do what you love, and get paid for it. Like, bro, I'm so grateful. Sometimes I pull up. I have one of my clients, bro.
Yeah.
I pull up and I do like he pulls up, I pull up, and we do like 15-minute shoots, bro. 15. Sometimes at the first time I met him, it was like a 10-minute shoot, and he pays me what I asked for, and like on the spot, you know, it's like money that fast, and like for something that I love doing, you know, like it's like it's dope, bro.
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
I'm really grateful for for the people that give me the opportunity,
and that's because they value you. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, that's dope, way.
But it's pretty cool, bro. I would say like the best advice I could tell people is do what you're like, follow your dreams, you know, like you gotta push it. It's an everyday thing, you know. You can't just like part-time it, you know, like if you want to push that, you got to push it, watch videos, read books, whatever you have to do on it, you know. And it's constant struggle, you know, but like I say, if you could get to a point where you love what you're doing and getting paid for it, I think that's
that's the ultimate. Hell yeah. Wow, damn. I think we're pretty much we're almost like an hour in. We're 56 minutes in. I think with those words that you gave, I think that's pretty much a good way to end the podcast. I think man, I 100% agree with you with this day. That's why I'm over here doing this instead of being out and about. Well, I'm listening to my heart, you know. So once again, I really appreciate you. I want to thank you for taking the time, for the little bit of time that I've met you. I mean, I don't think it's been no more than probably 2 years of actually knowing you. Just recently, I feel like I've connected more with you, and more than anything, I just want to say thank you, once again.
No problem, man. My pleasure.
And I really appreciate your work that you do and everything. Thank you for taking the time right now to come over and have this conversation. For spreading a lot of beautiful words, love, positivity to the podcast, whoever listens to this episode. Any final words? You're good?
I think that's it, man. Just follow me on Instagram.
Your links, se los pongo ahí abajo.
Right here. Instagram, Viramontes Eduardo.
Okay.
And the painters is Best San Diego Painters.
Okay.
And then basically just follow me on Instagram.
And do you like the podcast name, Hoy No Más?
It's tight.
Yeah. All right, pues if you don't have anything else, Eduardo, pues I think we're gonna end it here. Once again, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Just like this episode, we're gonna have constant videos. Hopefully you guys can take something positive out of the videos we're putting out. And like I like to say, I mean, every person has a story to tell. That's why I wanted to bring Eduardo, somebody that I just recently became pretty close with, and I pretty much admire the work. And if you guys want to continue seeing this type of episodes, or if you guys have any ideas, let me know. Drop it in the comment section. Send me a DM. Once again, it's Angel Houseman, and Hoy No Más.
Órale.
Hoy no más.